Happy Sunday. Happy February. It is a new month. And let's start this video as usual where I do not work for Weight Watchers. I am a member on the program. This is my weight loss journey. I'm not here to help prevent, cure, or diagnose any diseases. And if you are starting a new weight loss program or fitness activity, please check with your personal physician before doing so. Thank you. Okay, so this last month at Weight Watchers, the topic was writing our next chapter. So now we're in February, and the topic for the month is show yourself some love. And so how are we gonna show ourselves some love this week? The topic for this week is activity. So activity is a component of the Weight Watcher program, and you get so many points for each different kind of activities that you do. Okay, so they start off with their science. You know, we're going to have the itchy nose. Okay, it's basically going to be being active can boost our mood and decrease the risk of certain conditions, perhaps. And I can testify to that personally, as last year in April, I got diagnosed with high cholesterol. So the doctor wanted to put me on a statin. And I said, no. She said, well, I recommend it, but I can give you 8 weeks and you can try diet and exercise. She wanted me to go on whole food, plant-based diet and exercise, cardiovascular exercise. And so the first couple weeks, I couldn't get into it. I could not go 100% plant-based, but I could go whole food because chicken is a whole food, right? Just not when you go get it at the fast food when they're putting all this processed junk on it and all that kind of stuff. So I rethought my diet and I got a walking pad. I dedicated to going at least a mile a day. And I was working at the time. That's why it was hard to fit in a lot of activity. And what's your excuse now, Marianne? Right? I'm not working. So I did it. And so basically in 10 weeks, through diet and exercise, I got my heart rate. I got my cholesterol down under 200. So she was excited about that and no longer recommended the statin as long as I kept up my work. Well, after that, chaos happened to me, so here I am. But anyway, so I can attest that it did help reduce my risk for things because it helped me lower my cholesterol by combining that cardiovascular exercise with a good diet. So you can't outrun a bad diet, right? So they go hand in hand. Well, anyway, but the endorphins do get going if you're doing a pretty good exercise, and you do feel pretty good. I find that my stress gets relieved and other things too. Just start feeling good and feeling accomplished after doing it. So choosing an activity based on how it makes us feel during or after helps us to do it more consistently. So if it feels good, we're more apt to go do it, right? So when have you enjoyed movement in the past? Think of who, what, when, and where you did it. What were you doing and what was the environment? So a lot of things to unpack there, right? So when's the last time you enjoyed doing some kind of activity? I basically enjoy my walks, but when I was younger, there were a lot of other things that I could do and enjoy doing, like roller skating and bowling and, anything like that. I used to ride my bike to the beach, and it was a 3-mile bike ride, but then I used to walk around and enjoy the ocean, and that made me feel awesome. I always felt closer to God there for whatever reason. It's just the sound of the waves, the environment there at the beach was just so calming. I should drive to the beach and start walking at the beach, which I will. I will. Early in the morning before anyone gets there. But I can't ride my bike there anymore just because it's become too dangerous. The trail that I took has been too dangerous. I think I have a really old video of another. There's two ways I could go, and I went one way, and some guy scared the. Was lucky I didn't fall off my bike. Just came out of the bushes. But I made it. But so what's the last thing that you do that you enjoyed? Is this something that you can do now and maybe be more consistent at it just because you enjoy it? I could get up, get dressed, and go walk around the mall. We're having bad air today. It's bad air quality, so I shouldn't really be outside sucking it up, but it's a beautiful day. But I have my walking pad here. I don't enjoy that though, but I enjoyed the fact that I didn't have to go on a statin because I was doing it a lot. And I find that going on the walking pad versus going for a walk outside, I get a more vigorous workout on the walking pad because you set the speed. And when you're just out walking around, you can set the speed, but you don't realize when you're slowing down, and it just goes different. I look on my Pixel watch and I can see the last few walks I took, I was pretty consistent with moderate and vigorous. I wasn't in the light zone, so I was doing pretty good. I haven't been out this week at all. But I find that just the walking pad, I don't go as long, but I go more vigorously. I do have to set it up, and I'm working on it. This is the cherry. It's quite good. So put in the comments what you like to do. Give us some ideas. I mean, when we think about what we were doing and what was the environment, I've been canceling my Disneyland reservations lately, and I typically have my pass just to go get a good walk in. I can do a good 5 miles in a short time just walking around Disneyland. And it's a nice environment. And I go early in the morning before it gets super crowded, because when it's super crowded, I don't feel like it's a good environment. I like when it's just people going around, but when it starts getting super packed, not so much. I want to get out of there. So I find it a good way to take a walk. And then I've been canceling because I'm like, oh, I got to do certain things before I get there. But I like it because there's restrooms handy, and maybe I could just hop on the Small World for a minute, go on a ride. And if I do go on a ride, I put pause on my walk, and then when I get off the ride, I resume. So it's just a good environment to just go get some movement in. So then think about what might get in the way with you doing that past activity. Well, what gets in your way? How can we make what we're currently doing a priority? Maybe set a time. I've had something else I've been setting as a priority, and that's my decluttering, which is activity because I've been working hard, and I'm making progress. And that's all to make room for my little in-home exercise area. So I have very limited space, but what can you currently do to make it a priority? I think getting in a routine for me, because I'm not working, I can start watching TV, get off track, just start doing other things, finding other things to do. Like I was going to go on a walk yesterday, but as I was decluttering, I found some corroded batteries, and the household hazardous waste was still going to be open for a couple hours. And so I cleaned them off, and I was just there the day before dropping off some broken appliances that I didn't know I had those there wreaking havoc. And so it interrupted my priority, right? But right now my priority is getting the decluttering done so I can free the stress off myself and free myself to just go do things. I mean, really. Sometimes things get in the way. My hip bothers me from time to time, so I found that I can't go walking every day, so I do have to kind of find something else I can do. Like, I still have to start my strength training, and I have the apparatus here to do some of it. I have a gym membership. The thing that most gets in my way is getting up, getting dressed, and going out that door. So how can we prioritize that? Have our shoes and gym bag. Well, my gym bag's in the car, and my shoes are by the door. And maybe what I have done this week, which I hadn't been doing, because I think what's been stalling me is if I don't get a good wake up, I don't get anything accomplished, not even my decluttering. So this week I prioritized getting up and taking my shower while my coffee is being made. Because lately I've been taking my shower after my walk, and then sometimes I don't go on my walk, and then I end up taking my shower so late in the day. And I need a shower to wake up and to get energized. A shower energizes me. So this week, the past few days, I have been getting up and making it a priority to put my coffee on, jump in the shower, and then I can get things accomplished. That's why I started getting really industrious with the decluttering, because I've been taking my shower. So what could you do to make that a priority? And I think that's all there is. I need to make it a priority because I need it to get my metabolism going. I'm just not burning anything right now. And I think I'm going to be about the same weight. And I've been slacking off on weighing myself too. But I got to keep that in check. But we'll see on Wednesday. Give us some ideas in the comments of some good activities to do, like maybe some 10-minute activities that we could squeeze in the day and make it a priority that way by just doing some small 10-minute things, or incorporating things we're already doing and incorporating activity into that. Like I did laundry today, so I did stair climbing, right? While it's washing, I guess I could have walked up and down a few times. Maybe not such a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that tonight when nobody's looking. You know what? Just to get some exercise. They can be nosy. I'm in a fourplex. I don't care how nosy they are. But I think that's something I could do just to get some movement in. God, I'm brainstorming right now. Let's brainstorm in the comments and help each other. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.